Hey guys, I am in my personal driving hell today, downtown LA, where we are meeting with a booking coach to learn what it takes to make it as an actor in the business. And we're also meeting with a director I'm in pre-production with, and we're gonna talk all about pre-production, casting, acting, so it's gonna be a really, really fun day. And let's try not to die on the way there. Currently, I'm in pre-production for 2 short films and then a feature and then a couple other things. But the 2 short films I'm shooting in the next couple weeks, one's called Tell Me When to Forget. It's about a woman who basically finds out that she's been receiving mind wipes after losing her child and is determined to get back her memories. So it's very Black Mirror. And then I have another one that's on the totally different end of the spectrum. It's a comedy about a girl who gets her period and her mom's this crazy struggling method actress, and that's called Go With The Flow. You know, it's challenging because I'm working with, 2 first-time student directors, and it's about managing their expectations and getting them the best movie made on the resources we have available. And really the most important part for me in pre-production is nailing down my director's vision and making sure that is fulfilled before day one of shooting.
So we're going for a grant with Telefilm Canada, which would cover $400.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And you don't have to pay it back. Hi, I'm Harrison Hood. I'm an actor, director, producer, musician, creative person. And you're in the hood right now. Yeah, we talked to some marketing people, social media marketing. There's our budget and stuff. Financing.
Oh my god. That's really cool.
Currently working on a project called Her Monsters. It's a psychological thriller. It's about this girl named Tori. She goes down one night trying to escape her town after she kills the sheriff's son, and she has a brain disorder, so she's experiencing hallucinations. We've done a marketing deck recently. I have my director mood reel deck. We have a sizzle reel. We have some actors on board. We have Doug Jones still.
Right, Shape of Water.
Yeah, Shape of Water. I guess pre-production's creating the budget, casting it, and just figuring out the financing still. Once we have those elements, mainly the financing, it always comes down to the financing. Once we have the financing, then we're able to finish crewing up. Financing is so random, and there's a million different ways that you can finance your movie. You could go make it for $1, or you could find a millionaire to put in $1 million into your film, or you could get a grant. You could make your film if you have one of the biggest actors, because you're going to find funding, you're going to find pre-sales, or maybe you find somebody that just believes in you and gives you that initial money, and that will help you find the rest of the money. There's literally 1,000 different ways to make a movie and finance a movie.
When you're making a feature film or when you're making a TV series, the other aspect you're looking for is marketability and who's going to bring up your budget and who's going to bring an audience. And it's such tricky and emotional labor, and I think people sometimes underestimate what a casting director, what the casting side of film goes through to get a film made. All right, guys, we are in Studio City right now. We're about to go sit down with one of my favorite casting directors, acting coaches. She's a professional celebrity booking coach. So we're gonna learn more about what she does and why it's important for directors to understand actors and actors to understand directors. So I'm excited. Let's go check her out.
Hi! How's it going?
How you doing?
Amy Lyndon is the queen of booking specifically as an actor, but she knows more than she gives herself credit for about the business overall.
It's so funny, when you own a house and you're a filmmaker, you pretty much shoot in every aspect of the house. And so
You do.
I've shot here,
That's what happens, yep.
shot in the front.
She does work with actors of all ages and applies what's called the Lyndon technique, which is a booking specific technique.
So cool.
Yeah, it's just a really cool space. And so we do self-tapes over here. We just plug this in and I do a lot of my YouTube tutorial videos. on here.
Her house blew my mind. I have never been to her. I walked in and it's like Amy on the walls and, you know, signed photos from Chris Pratt and then like this crazy cabana in the backyard and like a white Mercedes outside. I mean, she's like, you know, she's where we all want to be.
And this is from my student, Sandra. Don't count on luck, count on Lyndon.
Oh my goodness.
I am with Amy Lyndon, who is I guess you could say, Renaissance woman of entertainment.
I like that.
Actor, right?
Yeah.
Filmmaker.
Mm-hmm.
Casting director at one.
I've one.
What? Okay.
I've done
But
it
booking
before,
coach.
but I'm a booking coach.
But a booking coach.
I'm what is called a celebrity
So
booking
explain
coach.
that to our viewers. What does that mean?
Okay.
To be a celebrity booking
Well, what makes me a celebrity booking coach is because I have created many celebrities. I created a 15 guideline map to booking technique 20 years ago, and I help actors book jobs all over the world. I get flown everywhere to teach this technique. It's at the University of Kansas. I currently have 49 network series regulars from this technique. And a quarter of those series regulars had no other training other than the Lyndon technique.
The biggest takeaway I've gotten as an actor from Amy Lyndon's technique is that the script has already been written for you. And as an actor, your job is simply to interpret the dialogue as the writer intended for you to. What would you say to an actor who is watching this series, who's never acted before, done a theater play, you know, even made a YouTube video? What would you say the first step is to finding your passion and finding that this is a craft
I love that.
you want to pursue?
I think the first thing that you need to do is realize that you're a storyteller. And what kind of storyteller do you want to be? Are you willing to allow the writer to be first? Are you willing to allow yourself to figure out what the writer's intent is and basically funnel the writer's feelings through you and figure out what you're a cross between, you know? Like I'm a cross between, okay, you ready guys? I'm a cross between Jennifer Coolidge, right?
Absolutely.
Jennifer
Yeah.
Coolidge, Bette Midler,
Oh my
Okay.
God. You guys
Gold-
could be related.
Goldie Hawn,
Yeah.
okay, and Kirstie Alley. So there's my cross. And if you can think of
Exactly.
anybody else, just write in and tell me. Even if you're pitching a TV show, you're pitching a movie, you have to be able to say, well, this is a cross between your last movie that you just made, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Your last movie. Okay, so pitch it to me. It's a cross between what?
Black Mirror meets Hereditary.
See, there you go.
You know, the script is the script and all the rules are there. So when you're casting a film, when you're in pre-production for a film, you're literally obeying the writer as a god. The writer is the god. And that's what she makes really clear in the Lyndon technique. You say the same goes for, say, a director or maybe a filmmaker who is trying to find their passion and their voice, or...
I would say that that's the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't it always come down to the writing? And
Right.
the director is just interpreting that.
And knowing that as an actor helps you know it as a director, helps you know it as a producer. You know, the writer's God, and you gotta just do what the writer wants. I'm not religious, but... And as a director, you know, what should, say, a young director who's casting their first project and, you know, assembling that initial network that's gonna get them their first movie made, what should they be looking for in their actors?
Okay, well, the biggest thing that you should know is that don't look for the potential of the actor. The essence of the writing, the way the piece was written, if you see it in the room, cast it.
Casting, I think, is something everybody thinks they know, when really it's a very complicated and important process. It is, I think, one of, if not the most important aspects of making a film.
What turns you on about making movies?
No other medium of art has ever had as great effect on me as film has. And I got started in theater as an actor, which I adored and did for my whole childhood. But I, you know, had access to an iPhone when I was 12 and said, I'm gonna stop waiting on people to book me, I'm gonna start making my own content. So I made my own YouTube show, I, acted in some independent films, and then I really fell in love with the process of putting a team together, watching, the movie get made, from that bird's eye perspective. So now I'm chasing producing.
You guys, I hope that what you really needed to have caught was that he wasn't going to sit around.
Right.
And I think that's the biggest thing that all of you need to really understand, that self-starters. Everything that I've ever done, it started at zero and it became something.
And if, I think it also adds value if you can have a YouTube show, maybe also do a travel blog. I mean, just do something, right? While you're...
Yeah, like, there it is. Do something!
Hey guys, it's Ethan here. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Set Life. Subscribe to the DVD Netflix YouTube channel to get notifications on new episodes every week. There are 6 episodes total, so you guys aren't gonna wanna miss out on any of them. We show the whole film production process from development to promotion. So stay tuned and I'll see you guys next week.